Good morning. Welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Wednesday, May 16, 2012. U.S. industrial production surged 1.1% in the month of April. This is the highest gain now since December of last year. This is the nation's indicator on manufacturing goods. It's very good news. What's not good news is coming from the Texas Insurance Council. They're saying that those tornadoes that swept through Texas and the Dallas area around Easter time are likely to cause $1 billion in insured losses. Some $700 million are expected to originate from the events in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Well, this is not good news if you're Mark Zuckerberg. General Motors announced yesterday that they're going to pull all their paid advertising on Facebook. They say that the ads have little impact on consumers' car purchases. They're still maintaining their Facebook page, for which they pay nothing. Meanwhile, at the same time, Facebook executives are spending the past 2 weeks on road shows trying to convince investors that their advertising business make it worthy of its $100 billion plus valuation. GM's decision raises some questions about Facebook's ability to continue its 88% revenue growth that it achieved last year. Indonesian special forces have found the black box voice and data recorder of that Russian Sukhoi Superjet 100 that crashed last month, in very hilly territory. It's going to be analyzed in Jakarta with assistance from Moscow. Warren Buffett revealed last night that he has purchased a $257 million stake in General Motors. Not every move Mr. Buffett makes is announced publicly. He obtained another exemption from the Securities and Exchange Commission in order to keep some information confidential for a period of time. This actually makes sense because when Mr. Buffett acquires stock, it tends to move markets. In Moscow, Russian police have dispersed the Occupy movement that had been camped out protesting newly elected President Vladimir Putin's policies. Some 50 people were vacated from a park in central Moscow. Showing up in Chicago this weekend at the NATO meeting is going to be President Zardari of Pakistan. He's coming in order to announce that he has opened the routes again into Afghanistan for NATO convoys to bring supplies to the troops there. He's also going to be leaving with a check. He negotiated an increased fee of $365 million annually to provide that land route access. Airbus's parent company announced that they've had to take a $200 million U.S. charge in the first quarter for a permanent fix on the wings of the large A380 planes. They also cautioned that delivering 30 Airbus A380 Super Jumbos this year is going to be a challenge, and they said that fixing the wing cracks on the double-decker airline is going to occupy the company for a couple of years. Safety regulators say that it presents no safety issue. Yesterday in France, the president of France, Francois Hollande, was sworn in. He then immediately flew to Berlin for dinner with Chancellor Angela Merkel, and he came back to sleep at the Élysée Palace in Paris. Mr. Hollande appointed a prime minister of France who is a German speaker and a student of German culture and history. That pleased the Germans very much. Standing side by side with Chancellor Merkel yesterday, he said that both parties agreed that Greece should stay in the Eurozone. But again, Mr. Hollande said that he does want to renegotiate the rescue package, the fiscal pact for Europe. Ms. Merkel said that there is not to be a renegotiation. He also included the possibility of Euro bonds that would be backed by the entire EU, the monetary fund. Mrs. Merkel rejected that. However, the two have agreed to have an informal summit on May 23rd, which is really just next week. I suspect that they're going to get along. That's the news for today. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.